once you've kind of done your initial assessment and you feel like you've got a claim and you've got to do certain things to kind of make the home livable again until you get permanent repairs, do you have a set of questions that you should be asking your agent right away to start to understand what your coverages are and how to best position yourself to maximize your claim?
You could, and one of the biggest ones we're getting right now is the shock of some of the hurricane deductibles. Living here and the challenges we deal with, seems like almost annually now, are insurance claims. And part of the process on that is most carriers now are writing percentage deductibles, whereas every other peril, fire, water, etc., have stipulated $1,250 or $2,500 deductible. Most hail and wind policies these days have a percentage. So that's probably the first thing, because I know for a lot of people, it's a percentage of your total insurance collectively that you have insured on that property. So it's a large number. It's not 2% of the loss. It's actually 2% of your amount of coverage. A lot of people are surprised when they find out, unfortunately, after a storm, that their deductible is going to be several $1,000s, but that is the case.
Yeah. And deductibles is a big one. I have heard of deductibles as high as 5% for windstorm coverage. And,
that's correct.
That's unfortunate. It's nice that a healthy percentage of the claims that will be incurred during Laura will be covered. But the deductibles are going to be pretty large.
They will, and just for clarification, the deductible is basically a co-payment from the policyholder. You're responsible for this first X amount of damage to your property.
Right. One of the things our bank did in understanding the fact that this deductible issue was going to present itself as an unexpected expense at a time we've already seen some softness in our economy as a result of the economic shutdown with COVID, and people have had job limitations or eliminations. We're certainly trying to address those needs for our customers. We've rolled out a special loan program to help with deductibles. We've got a loan program that offers our customers or anybody who would like to apply up to $15,000, and it's a 2-year note with the first 2 payments deferred at a 5% fixed rate interest. And I think it's a great product, and it certainly helps offset that and at least bridge that gap for our customers. The other thing that we're doing is on a limited basis, because not everybody was directly impacted by this storm, almost not nearly to the extent that Harvey impacted the area, but we're also doing deferrals and extensions for our customers who were directly impacted by the storm. So both those things are ideally targeted towards people who are having to deal with the challenges of deductibles. But
that's outstanding. Thank you to First Financial for doing that, for helping the policyholders and the customers like us out there. One other thing, how a mortgage company comes into play in this is a lot of payments from the insurance company. If you have a mortgage on your home, by law, they have to protect that mortgagee. And so there will be checks coming, co-payable to the policyholder and the lien holder. So go ahead and notify your mortgage company now, or as soon as practical, that you've had a loss and that there will be payments being made, and what is that particular lender's process for releasing those funds, etc.
And if the loan's with us, it's a fairly simple process. You can come into any of our branches, and we have people positioned to be able to handle those sign-offs on any of those claims and walk you through the process for that. If you have a servicer who's not in market, go to your last statement that you got from your servicer. There's a phone number on there. Reach out to them through that phone number or email them. You should hear back shortly, but make sure you continue to follow up on that process, because it's not as simple as taking that check, because those checks are always written to 2 parties, to you individually and then also to whoever holds your mortgage. And so you have to have both parties sign off on the checks. And one of the things that your mortgage company is going to ask you is, have those repairs been made? And do you have proof that they've been made? Sometimes if it's not a significant amount of money, they may not ask you that, but in the majority of the instances, those questions will come up. So you need to be prepared to answer those questions.